And welcome to another episode of Behind the Closed Doors. Today we have a photo shoot with Bram. He's a Dutch singer-songwriter and he has a new single coming out. So today we're gonna do the shoots for that. And if you ever visited our studio, you actually know Bram already, because one of the shots of Bram is actually straight in front of our window. And today I will be shooting with the Mamiya and the Leaf Credo 60 in the back. So that's a really nice camera, amazing quality, 60 megapixels, but most of all the medium format. And I really love that because it just gives you a different look to the images. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Sony, but medium format, that's something magical. Okay, before I start the photo shoot, there was a question from one of you guys that actually asked me like, Frank, why do you often use the color red? It's a little bit difficult to explain, but also very, very easy. Now, let's do this. If you like movies, there's always tinting in movies, right? Think about Titanic, think about The Matrix, think about almost any movie you can imagine, there's tinting. Now, what is tinting? It means it gives an extra mood to the movie, the look of the movie, to get you, the viewer, into that movie. Now, if you look at a movie like The Spirit or Sin City, what you actually see is that it's a very toned down image. So it's almost black and white, and almost strictly black and white. And then there's this one color red that really pops out. Now, why does red pop out? Very simple, it's an emotional color. It's a color that immediately reminds you of danger, fire. It's something that's embedded in our minds from the Stone Age, from red, that's danger. That's also why, for example, the fire department uses red trucks and you have to stop for a red stop sign. So red always is a little bit like, ooh, watch out. So if you use red in an image, it actually pops and really draws the attention to the viewer, because red is one of those colors where you immediately go like, okay, what's going on? It's red. So how did I start using red? I think when I started doing styling, and this is way long time ago, even before I met Nadine, I was always looking for, okay, what is something that really draws my eye when I look at somebody else's work. And I found out if there were strong colors in there, that I would be turned off, like, okay, this is way too bright, or I would be intrigued by it, going like, hey, this is interesting. Now, there's one photographer that I absolutely love, and that's actually David LaChapelle. And David LaChapelle, of course, is known for very bright colors. Look him up online if you don't know him. I'm sure you're gonna love his work. But I also am very much influenced by painters. Now, one of the painters I would urge you guys to really check out if you want to know everything about color use and how to make an image pop is actually this guy, Caravaggio. Now, if you go through his book, and I can't show you the images online for the very simple reason I don't know how it is with copyrights, but if you go through this stuff, you can really see that often there are very strong colors, like for example here. You can see a color red. It's a very subdued look of the shots, of the paintings, but you can very clearly see that he's using red to really draw the attention of the viewer. And of course it's all storytelling. So for example here, if you see a close-up of the hands, it's red. And you can go through the book and through his work and you will often see those bright red colors. The thing is that if you look at his paintings, you immediately go like, whoa, this is different. The cool thing is that subconscious, you don't know why it's different, but it's because of that color red. Now, I urge you to try it out in your own photography. Try something, for example, with a strong color blue, strong color green, and then the strong color red. And you will immediately find out that those red colors really make an image pop. Now, add a little bit of strobes, a little bit of contrast, and you know where I'm going. Now, one of the things, of course, is you have to make sure that that image really pops. So what I try to do when I use those strong red colors is actually to let the other colors go a little bit down. So the red color has to be dominant. Now, even if the red color, like for example in the movie Sin City, can be like a tie or a drop of blood, everything is let me put it this way, almost everything in the scene serves that color red, if you know what I mean, right? It's not about that color red. It's of course about the model, about the story, but it's like all the colors are bowing down to the color red. Now this is something that's actually called styling. It doesn't work if you just put a model in front of a set and just give her a red color. You have to make sure that everything else in that whole look serves that color red, like Caravaggio does with his paintings. Like, I can just open it up at just 1 or 2 pages. Like, for example, here. You hardly see the color red, but look here. Very, very closely, you can see that he still uses those colors. And let me go here. Again, the guy is wearing red. And that's something that you can find a lot of his work is dominated by the color red. And it's not really like everything is red, but by now you know what I mean, right? There are certain elements in the shot that are red and that really draws your attention. And again, that's embedded by us from the Stone Age: fire, red, danger. So that's why I love the color red. Now it's actually time to make my backups, because every once in a while I have to back up everything I have on my laptop, because at home we edit the vlog and everything else on the laptop, on the Dell. And now we use the LaCie rugged drives, and now I have to actually get it on the Drobos and on the Synology for backups. And then I have my hard drive free again on the computer at home. Now, why do you back up? It's not because I want my hard drive to be free, but for the very simple reason, if there's a disaster or my hard drive crashes or somebody steals my laptop, I lose everything. So every few days, make sure you make a backup and do it on several locations. So not only in your studio or at home, but do it at least at 2 different locations. Okay, that was it about color and how I start my day. Now it's waiting for Bram, and then we're ready for the photo shoot. And of course, you're gonna see that too. That was the photo shoot with Bram. Absolutely love that guy, and his new song is amazing. It's being mixed in Nashville and I just heard it. Wow. So I will leave his page below, so like that page and keep updated. He just opened the page for that single, so Yeah, really, really cool. For me, now I'm gonna do some retouching, and the thing is, normally I always show you guys the images. It's not allowed at the moment. So you saw the photo shoot, that's okay, but I can't show you any images because they're actually gonna be released as soon as the single is released. Sorry, but trust me, they're awesome. Okay, I'm done with retouching from Bram, and the images are absolutely awesome. I wish I could show you guys, but in a few weeks time, we will actually put them online, so don't worry. Now it's time, of course, to make a backup. And for retouching on the PC, we actually use a program called Free File Sync. It's really cool. You can make recipes, like for example the raw files, and of course the retouch files, and just start it, and it will scan and update everything. And of course the first backup is done to the Drobos. We have one for video and one for photography. And after that the real backups are done to the Synology NASes. Now if you want a NAS, I highly recommend the Synologies. Those are really good. But if you want a DAS system, and a DAS system is actually a direct attached storage system, so that means that it's directly attached via eSATA or USB or FireWire or whatever, then I highly recommend the Drobos, because those are incredibly nice. Now I know in the past Drobo did have some problems, but I have to be honest, these new ones are great, so highly recommend those. Look at that idiot! Holy man! If there are children here, he could actually kill them. I just hate it when people don't think with their minds, but only with their feet on the pedal. Ridiculous. If you're one of those guys, don't. Because you drive so fast, and this is a 50-kilometer area. You can't brake if you see a bike with a kid, and there are a lot of children here, especially when the school's out. Fool. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Behind the Closed Doors. The next one will probably be next week, because tomorrow, believe it or not, Anouk and I are married for 20 years. So we're not gonna do anything this weekend. Hey guys, see you again next time. And if you have any questions, leave them below. If you have comments, leave them below, and of course hit that like button or smash that like button, because we really like that. And of course subscribe to our channel and tell other people about it. Hey guys, have a nice weekend. See you again next time. Bye bye.